Have you ever wondered what AI looks like 1,000 years from now?
The idea of the product is super simple. It's just a sticker that you attach on top of your paddle.
You haven't convinced me that why I should buy this. I don't see the merit in this. Macroeconomically, do I think there's space for it? Likely.
Are you smart enough to try it out?
The way you phrased that question was misleading. What's the one-liner here that gets me interested? I actually do think it could do quite well on Kickstarter.
8 weeks of prototyping, ideas pushed, broken, rebuilt. And right before their Kickstarter launch, we put the Tetr tribe's ideas through the ultimate pressure test. We brought in someone who's been through the fire. Jeremy Vo, the founder of Piper, a company that went from a failed first attempt to a breakout Kickstarter success. Each team had one shot to convince him their prototype was worth real money. What followed was part roast, part masterclass, and exactly the reality check they needed before going live. Every single round is going to start off with us announcing what the terms to participate in that round are. If they're applicable to you, as soon as we say go, you will run to the table. The first person who is able to tap the table gets a chance to sit. For the first round, there's $100 at stake. The person sitting here is not able to convince him to back or buy. It gets passed on. And the $100 tier is discarded, and then we move to the next one, which is $90. Make sure that you are able to convince him in the 1 minute that you have, and you're able to answer your questions properly. Sounds good? So the first round for $100, the criteria is more than 5 posts on your Instagram and your prototype being present in this room. Go!
Pickleball is also one of the most social sport. It's not set to be, it is now the next golf, wherein you connect with some of the most amazing, brilliant people possible. But as it's a sport, it's a racket sport, you can't always carry your mobile phone or let's say some form of IoT device. Or let's say you don't even have your Apple Watch or Whoop on you. How can you connect with the person? That's where we launched SurfTap. It's just a sticker that you attach on top of your paddle. You tap it on any device. Let's say one of the surf taps. I have a surf tap. Both of us just tap it on each other and we have already shared our details. Or you might just not remember my name. So easy. Tap and you're good to go. And that is SurfTap.
Tell me about the prototype.
Sure. So there you go. It's my phone as of now. We just tap.
Did you just put an NFC chip inside?
So there are 2 different types of chips in it. It's NFC because for let's say mobile phones, smartwatches. There's also BLE chip because 2 NFC chips can't transfer information. So BLE chips work on transferring it between 2 different chips.
And so how does it work? Because the other user doesn't have a phone, right? It's just 2 people with paddle or the serve button.
Yes.
And so how do I now collect that information?
So the information is transferred to your mobile phone. So once when we start the chip, so first you have to integrate the chip, BLE. So let's say you have a Whoop.
So I have a Whoop right now.
Okay.
And so you're telling me that I can tap this and then actually receive the information.
Yes, but because it's not integrated as of now, that's why your Whoop might not work. I don't have a Whoop on me, I just have a mobile phone. So all my information right now here. So if I tap right now, it's gonna send all the intel. But then normally it should work with your Whoop as well. There's gonna be a notification in your mobile phone saying your details, the name of the person, and you're good to go. You just tap on it. You have a web page about it.
I understand. So what made you come up with this idea?
So we Surf Club, we started about 6 months back. We already sold more than 300 paddles till date. We organized more than 25 events with bunch of businesses, and that's when we realized that while we're meeting so many investors, potential customers, we realized that okay, even though we are meeting so many people, we are still unable to catch all the information possible. Data is the key, right?
I see the use case. My challenge initially is, what if, it's contingent on how big the community is, no? Because if I'm going to the same club every week and there's not new members, I have a one-time use for this. Right? It doesn't recur. So that's my issue with this. Have you thought about that?
Definitely. So that's also the reason we introduce it through pickleball. Because when you're playing pickleball, once you like start playing, you do get too much into it. And then you always end up meeting new people. There's a good chance that you might not go in Singapore, you might not always go to one particular club. And there are, let's say, every day around 1 or 2 pickleball events happening. So you're always meeting so many people that you're never gonna kind of not use the gym.
Okay, got it. Have you tested social media hooks? Like what's the one-liner here that gets me interested?
Serve, tap, you're good to go.
What are you selling for?
We are selling this for, so one is for $5.
$5.
And then there are multiple bundles. So we have also even bundled them with our paddles. So you buy, let's say, one paddle, you get 2 chips with it for the price of a.
So from your go-to-market and packaging perspective, when you're launching on Kickstarter, what are your packages? Yeah, what do you guys think?
Let's go!
You did a really good job. I like the poise and articulation. I would be a customer.
Let's go, Soccer! Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Okay, now for the next round. People with more than 20 emails on their email lists, can you put your hands up? Okay. And our prototype in this room, go!
Hi, so I'm Situ. I'm one of the co-founders of Can-Do. So have you ever gone to Notion or like Google Calendar with the intention that you want to make your day productive, you want to stay organized? When you look after the end of the day, the 15 or like 20 tasks that you have put in, you've barely completed more than 50% of those tasks. And when we're talking about digital productivity tools, nowadays almost every productivity tool is digital or online. So the word that comes along with it is distraction. So for me and my team members, one of the problems that we're facing is that whenever we try to go up to these digital productivity tools, we either end up scrolling on Instagram, TikTok, or even scrolling on Shopee. That's why we came up with Can-Do, a physical Kanban board that lets you strategically organize your tasks throughout the day and helps you focus on the tasks that really matters. Not 15 tasks that you want to do, but let's say 5 or 6 tasks that will make you feel like you've conquered your entire day. So the idea of the product is super simple. You've got different pucks provided here, erasable pucks, erasable marker. There's going to be a duster provided at the back as well. You just move these pucks all around, and after you have your pucks on the in progress section, once you have completed your task, you just simply slide it off like this. And you feel a sense of achievement and an accomplishment. Thank you.
What's the difference between this and a piece of paper? I mean, I can see a little bit of merit here. I think the problem is true on distractions, but I'm fearful of the execution on this one. Like for me, for example, I use a ton of digital tools to keep me organized. So sometimes it's time blocking on Google Calendar, sometimes it's my Notion, like there's a series of tools here. The bigger problem is consolidating all of those tools together and centralizing all that information. So I don't know whether a physical device, especially one that's non-integrated with the rest of my life that lives online, can actually solve that problem.
So with this, you can be really creative with it. You can have different colored pucks. You can use each color for the task that really matters to you, that's like medium important or at the lowest level of importance. So it lets you play around with it, brings back your creativity.
Yeah, ironically, there's a thought that just crossed my mind in that I think maybe less malleability is more useful, because maybe literally is, I wake up in the morning and I have 3 things that I want to accomplish, and it's like just a checklist of 3 things rather than blocks and moving them around. It just feels like there's a lot of fidelity here involved.
Okay.
Great meeting you. For me, it's a pass. I don't see the merit in this because of my life living on digital, and I do believe there are physical world products that should exist in this sphere, but I don't think the execution is right.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your insights.
Now, for the next one, if you have your prototype in this room and your landing page and your pre-launch page, go! This one was Shayan.
All right, so my name is Shayan and I'm co-founder of the Slide Pass. Us as a team, we travel a lot, and when we travel, we don't only carry our passport. Sometimes we need our vaccination book, we need to get new SIM cards for which you need your passport, and there are a lot of miscellaneous things that are scattered all around our travel essentials. Now, one thing is to have it all together, but another is it's very difficult to access it usually in the critical moments at security or when passing through the airport. So we created the Slide Pass. With one slide, you can basically access all your essential documents. You got your passport, vaccination book, and a miscellaneous plate on which you can carry credit cards or, for example, travel cards of cities you often go to, SIM cards, passport photos, and an AirTag, because when you have everything together, the last thing you want to do is lose it. Additionally, on the back, you got a quick access sleeve for boarding passes and the small things you get at an airport, and a small tag through which you can connect it to a chain, to your belt, or similar. But at its core, we wanted to have everything essential together, easily accessible, and in a sleek way that it can also fit in your pocket. Thank you.
Pretty straightforward product, and like passport holders have been around for forever. So it's certainly an existing category out there. So I know that you guys travel a lot for school and whatnot. Have you actually battle tested this?
Yeah, so we actually have one teammate that, because of military service, has to go to Thailand every weekend. So we've been giving this to him to also see real-world examples.
Is your colleague in this room right now?
I don't think, is Boom here? No, unfortunately not.
I was gonna ask them questions about how they feel about this.
Yeah.
I do agree with you that, like, I have this problem too, where there's a number of different things that, and you kind of want to consolidate them. Have you thought through, like, the risk in losing the whole thing together, though?
Yes, and especially there's two things. One could be theft, the other is losing. For losing, that's where we integrate the AirTag slot or similar versions, where let's say it's somewhere in your hotel, you can check on your phone, you'll find it easily. The other is theft. Theft rarely happens, but if it does, and if you're concerned about it, that's what this strap is for. You can add a keychain ring and attach it directly to your suitcase, to your neck, to your belt, or similar. That way, even if someone were to grab it, it's gonna get stuck there.
Have you thought about the price point that you're gonna sell it at?
Yes, so for the Kickstarter campaign, super early bird, we're gonna sell it at $50 and with
Singapore dollars or US dollars?
US dollars. And then with this miscellaneous plate, it's going to be a very easy incentivized $5 upgrade to get both together. So you can get one, both, or a family bundle. So for two parents, if they want to, for example, travel with the passports of the kids.
So actually, less about the product itself, but the category is kind of good for Kickstarter because there's a ton of wallets and like bags and accessories and gadgety type things, even in this. So I actually do think it could do quite well on Kickstarter. So that's the thing I like about it. Your price point seems about right. A touch expensive, but I think you could, like, it'll still sell a little bit. So yeah, I generally have a high sentiment of this one because I would have the same problem as well. And you've thought through the theft piece, so generally positive. I would give them money. I'd be a customer.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now, to shake things up a little bit, prototype in this room, 3 or more social media handles live, go! Guys!
Hello, have you ever wondered what AI looks like 1,000 years from now? That was the question we were wondering. So this is how we decided to create a board game set in the year 3097, where 90% of humanity has been destroyed, only 10% remains. It's the last chance, the last code for you to beat the AI. How do you beat the AI? By placing a tile and creating patterns and creating spells, the master spell to beat the AI. However, the AI doesn't let you win that easily. It corrupts, it learns, it adapts. It creates sabotage and mistrust between players. So, are you smart enough to beat the AI? That's the objective of the game. Why did we decide to build on the game specifically, on AI? Is because nowadays the subject of AI is more serious tone, and we wanted to bring an aspect of fun and light, and how better to do that when bringing the digital into a physical aspect and creating a board game like this. And our target audience is children like Big Bang Theory. We are targeting geeks, nerdy people that like strategy and are smart enough to beat the AI. Are you smart enough? You should try it out.
Okay, so you talk about like it's all the talk around AI is quite like negative, right? This also has a bit of a dystopian point of view, don't you think? So that kind of counters what you were saying. I was like, oh, let's make light of this.
Yes and no, because not everything can be serious, but to bring that aspect of dystopian and make it fun at the same time is quite hard. And we think that we were able to manage to create that type of tensity and like funny but tense at the same time with our game.
Do you and your team have a background in board games?
No, because it does take a lot of time to build a game. Like it takes years. We were smart and we asked AI how to build an AI game.
Okay, so actually Kickstarter is huge for board games.
Yes.
And so macroeconomically, you are targeting, in theory, a good audience. Now, is there, you kind of briefly mentioned the type of customer.
Yes.
Can you elaborate on the persona a little bit more? Like, describe the person that's actually buying this game.
The game is very strategic, so you do have to, it requires a lot of brain power. So everyone that likes to like work their brain a little bit but make it fun at the same time, that would be all.
How many players is it for, and have you tested the dynamic with multiple players?
2 to 6, we did do a lot of test play, and we did talk to actually a Mind Cafe. Do you know the coffee, Mind Coffee here? It's basically where you go to a coffee place and you play a lot of board games. We did talk to an owner and we ideated, we did pitch to him, and he did like the aspect of the game a lot. We are planning on doing a collaboration with him.
Okay, so I gather now that the Mind Coffee guy helped you, in some ways, give you some information on how to design the game.
Yes.
Okay. Why did you make a physical game? Why didn't you make a digital game?
We are planning to do that in the future, but a lot of people want to get off the screen, so we wanted to build that option as well. And a board game with AI is not that, it's not a lot of people have created games like this. From our research, we are one of the first, so that was a unique selling point for us.
Is AI in your positioning a core statement?
What do you mean by that?
So like you keep on talking about AI game, right? That could mean a lot of things to a lot of different people. And so how important is it that you have the word AI in your messaging? Board games in general, the way I view board games is like they're quite personal to how somebody likes to play games. And like I'm a power user of Catan, for example. And so those are the types of games I like to play. Now, I know for a fact though that the way I'm evaluating this is that on Kickstarter, like there's tons of board games and there's like a whole niche community around it. So macroeconomically, like do I think there's space for it? Likely. Am I the right customer for it? Unlikely. But I do believe that there's space in the market for it.
We did use Catan as a reference point for our game.
Okay, I'll be a customer.
Out of all the other 10 people sitting there, does anyone else have a card game? Okay, what's the name of your card game? How many of you know about Tetr College? What's the name of your card game? Crash. How many of you know about Crash? Okay, out of these two and the one card game you just saw, which one would you buy?
For the record, I think all board games have a lot of potential on Kickstarter.
Round 5, 4 teams with a prototype in this room, doesn't matter if it's shitty, and fits in the palm of your hand. 3, 2, 1, go!
You managed to transform a boring, ordinary pepper grinder into a beautiful product that people are proudly presenting on their tables. We're doing just the same thing, except not with pepper grinders, but with coasters. We realized that most people have coasters, yet they're not proud to display them and they store them away when they finish using them. So we created Ko, a line of Japanese-inspired coasters that come together to create an amazing art piece on your table that can also be put up on your fridge and can also be used as a trivet. They're functional, elegant, and level up the design of your room. As a home chef, you know that beauty isn't just in the food that you make, but also in the environment and the presentation that you choose to display. We're about to launch on Kickstarter, and we would love to have you as a customer and get your support, and as someone who truly understands the art of everyday objects. I'll show you. I'm sorry. This is how they come together magnetically. This is a very basic prototype, just to show the magnetic function.
Okay.
We're making them with resin, and resin as in a material, 3 different layers to highlight a 3D layering effect, and a thin wooden border.
How do you come up with the designs?
Well, we chose to go to a Japanese-inspired design. We've all traveled a lot, and we realized that people do like Japanese designs, but sometimes they tend to get too much to fit in different styles of homes. So we chose to come up with lightly Japanese-inspired designs and based on nature. So our first design is a pond, basically, with lily pads, koi fish, and flowers.
So my understanding is this is a coaster, but also a fridge magnet.
This is a coaster that can be used individually. This coaster can be used as a trivet to put a hot plate, for example.
I got it.
Can be used as a centerpiece and as a fridge magnet.
What's it going to be made of?
The material is resin. It has precision line work in between, so different layers. There's resin, layer.
Understand. Is that heat proof?
Yes, heat proof up to 150 degrees Celsius.
So who's your customer?
Well, our customer ranges through age from, say, 20-year-old to 60-year-old. A high-end customer who are design savvy. For example, a college student who's moving into a new apartment and wants something functional and design. And also, for example, a mother who would like to decorate her home, or someone who would like to buy it as a gift to a newlywed couple.
Okay. I think you probably need a little bit more work on who your customer is specifically. It seems like it's quite broad at the moment. And so, yeah, that's one reason. What I don't like about this is that it's raised above the ground.
Well,
why is that the
sorry,
case?
just this is raised above the ground. The actual part is raised only 1 millimeter above the ground. We've embedded a very light rubber pad so it doesn't slip. Just 1 millimeter.
I see. Okay. And then what's the marketing angle here? Like what's like the one-liner hook here that you're going to get people interested in?
Japanese-inspired functional art, basically. Something that has multiple uses. Something that you're proud to store on your table and as a conversation piece.
Okay, overall, I think the product could be interesting. It's just that I don't think you've done enough work on the customer segmentation side. And you haven't convinced me that why I should buy this specifically. I see the use cases, but it's just like, is that better than what I have today? Or am I switching? I'm not entirely sure. So I'm likely a pass.
Thank you. Sure.
For the last round, if we have time, we might do another wildcard round, but let's see. For the last round, for $50 of backing, teams with a larger than their palm prototype, go!
So basically nowadays, almost everyone has either a phone or a tablet, and a lot of people have a bid, right? So that's what we're going towards. This is a phone or an iPad holder that works on the bid. It's mainly for the use case whereby you're trying to watch a movie or call a loved one. and it's to make the experience a bit more comfortable, because there's a lot of times, especially for long distance couples or people watching Netflix or whatever for an extended period of time, you aren't able to look at it for a long period of time while lying down without straining your hands or having to change your position. That's really the market that we're aiming for with this product.
Cool. How big is your market?
We practically sell to anyone who has a subscription for streaming platforms, or our bigger target actually is people who are in long distance relationships, because couples are willing to invest a lot more into things like this.
So, okay, long distance relationships, what are they doing on their phones specifically?
I mean, what else can you do in your long distance, right? All you can do is video call and talk. I've been in a long distance relationship for a good amount of time, and a lot of the times, especially at night when you're trying to sleep and that you want to look at the person while you sleep, it's a lot of a hassle to have to prop it up against a pillow or something, because then they can only see half your face. But if you are able to have this, you can put it right in front of you and it can look at you. The big thing which we have here that other people don't have is, we saw products like this on Kickstarter. They raise a lot of money, $350,000 on one tea stand that's literally a book that folds open like this, $350,000. And none of the things on Kickstarter capture the market whereby you're lying down on your back and viewing it. So that's the market we're trying to capture.
So how does it work?
Well, I could show you right now, actually. You unscrew the bottom here, and then it just clips onto wherever you want to clip it onto. It takes a while because the wrapper. Okay, so basically this is adjustable. This is a gooseneck that you can move around, and you can easily just clip a phone on like this, and then you can view it.
Let me ask the audience, how many of you would use this? Can you raise your hands? Would you use this? You already use it. And how long do you expect somebody to actually be in this position?
I mean, it's not in this position. It's mainly for the bed case, right? So,
Yeah.
or on the phone, on the bed, wherever you want to be. You can be here for as long as you want to be here. If you want to move it, you can just move it. It can go higher. It can go lower. It can change the direction. It's very versatile.
Have you sold any of these yet?
No, because we're still on Kickstarter, so we haven't launched the product yet, but I do believe, given the extensive investment people have done for Kickstarter projects, similarly, it would do pretty well.
So walk me through the 3 big value propositions now that somebody coming to your Kickstarter page takes away and says, you know what, hell yeah, I want to buy this.
Hands-free viewing experience, comfort, and flexibility. Because there are...
Overall, great job. Actually, like agnostic of whether I'd be a customer or not, I do believe there's a market for this. Like, there's unlimited people that lie in bed that watch stuff on their phone, and so I get the ergonomic pain of holding it yourself. So I completely think there's a market for it. I'm backing the project.
Okay, thank you so much.
For the last round, which is a wildcard round, just for validation, no money on the table. Go! Rushil.
I won't waste too much of your time. Are you a gym goer?
Yep.
You go to gym?
Yep.
Do you drink protein, consume protein
Yep.
and protein shakes?
Yep.
Do they often stink and smell?
No.
They do. I mean, most of the people here. Do you continuously wash it with hot water or continuously rinse it out?
I don't use a blender bottle.
That's right. So most of the people who use protein shakers that are made out of plastics, microplastics, often face this problem that most of their protein shakers stink after use. Anyone in the crowd who uses protein shakers and their protein shaker stinks, raise your hands. Exactly, that's the market. So we're trying to build a new protein shaker which is built out of titanium, because titanium is one of the most proven materials which is resistant to odor. Imagine this, it's like titanium strength, Apple aesthetics, and Lululemon lifestyle. So that's our ideal vision for our product, and that's what we're trying to build for Kickstarter and coming live soon.
That's great. Okay, I get the use case. Yeah, it's true. That's why I don't use a blender bottle. The way you phrased that question was misleading, but I can see a space for this. So your gym goers, titanium is a very expensive material.
True.
What are you charging?
So we have planned our charging to be like for the starting super early bird to be a little less, around $80 to $90 for one protein shaker, but that's actual price is around 120, 130 US dollars.
And what's your profit margin on that?
It's
Gross
around-
margin.
Gross margin's around 30 to 40%, and it nets about 15 to 20.
Where are you manufacturing?
China. This we have a prototype, but we weren't knowing that we had this. So.
Where's your supplier located?
In China, in Shenzhen.
Shenzhen.
Yeah.
Okay. And then how have you tested the price sensitivity?
That's true. So we looked at other Kickstarter campaigns. We found around 3 Kickstarter campaigns which were very similar in terms of bottles and tumblers. None of them were protein shakers to say so, or targeted to gym goers. So that's what we niched down around, which were priced around. Few of them were outliers, priced around $30 to $40, but we knew that isn't really 100% titanium. But the 100% titanium ones were around 80 to 100.
Why not other metals?
Because titanium is proven to be a little long-lasting, durable, much more durable than stainless steel, which is already existing, and odor-resistant, which is one of its major capabilities, which we are actually proposing as our USP.
How much education is going to be required to acquire your customers?
I wouldn't say too much, just if you have a good copy of odorless, because most of the regular plastic protein shakers are, everyone who faces this problem knows that it stinks.
Have you tested those hooks on Instagram or social?
Yes, we have started doing that. Now we've started building out in public. That's our CDC even to gain trust for Kickstarter. And we've reached on good 105, 110 followers now on Instagram, building through last 2-3 weeks.
Do you have an influencer strategy?
We do intend to do that, but due to lack of funds, we may or may not do that in the upcoming weeks.
Is there a chance that you might find an evangelist that will do it without any compensation?
Great question. So we've tried approaching, but nothing in response so far.
How many of you would buy Rushil's shaker? Okay. Anyone else from this row? How many of you would buy Rushil's shaker?
Great job. I think there's a market for it. I'm not the right customer. I just stir in a freaking cup. So, but I do believe that some bodybuilders and gym goers would buy this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you so much.
When I say T,